Well, hello there, Virgo. About ready to do your reading for you today. Just kind of getting the last shuffles done for you. I'm going to look into your manifestation, what you're manifesting from the 3D, or I'm sorry, rather, the 5D to the 3D. That means from your dream state to your tangible life, to your 3D, your third dimension. And some of the keywords that I pulled out that you may be dreaming about are bells, snow, velvet, crab, apple, go figure, and fence. The catalyst for your manifestation, what's going to speed it up, is gratitude for all the little things in life, letting go of expectations and or results, all of which will keep you grounded in the present. And so Virgo, you're an earth sign, and so you tend to be very grounded and very firm in who you are and where your feet stand. So, but the anchor, the opposite of being a catalyst would be an anchor. What slows you down from receiving your manifestation? It's stagnation that derives from worries of the future and or the stresses of the past. So it's like this feeling of anxiety, but also this feeling of depression, and going between the two extremes, between anxiety and depression, and that's what's going to slow you down. So I think that would slow anyone down, really. But the trophy of your manifestation, which is the reward of receiving your manifestation, but also the spiritual gift, something you're not expecting, so it's your trophy, is constant companionship with spirit and continual flow of creativity and focus on healthy habits, healthy relationships, and career advancements. So that's a pretty awesome trophy. The Savior, out of this book right here, I got from my mother for Christmas, but it's been like a little bathroom reader. It's got every day of the calendar. And I pulled for you, though, this time, Virgo, June 2nd, which reads, "You're facing decisions, and today, as you face these decisions, you sense a pondering in the spirit, an uncomfortable pinch in your belly. Stop and listen. Don't be hasty with your actions. Just listen. Observe. I speak to you in many ways. Pay attention to my invisible spiritual nudgings. My word is your daily fortification to guide you in the decisions you make. And when you feel ill, at ease, or confused, pause and know that I want to help guide you. What looks good may not always be the right choice. Be aware that your flesh can be a dangerous influence, always hungrily seeking its own gratification. Be wise. Take a Holy Spirit break. Listen for my voice, which you'll recognize, as I speak to your heart from a place deep inside you. This is the way. Walk in it." So that's pretty powerful there, and as I draw from your energy and premeditated all of this for you, Virgo, and it's adding to the elements here. But sacrifice. What is it that you're going to have to sacrifice to reach your manifestation, or to be in this place of reception for it? So you have to give something up in order to make room to receive. So that's the whole idea about the sacrifice. And it says, allow letting yourself accept who you are and where you are going. So I think that's the most important part right there, Virgo, is the direction that you're going, and so obviously you'll know where you're at, but accepting who you are for who you truly are. And so right here, the valor, what's going to take some courage, is not allowing external influences to keep you where you don't belong. Dare to take the leap. So yeah, knowing which direction you're going is exactly that, is taking that leap in that direction, right? And to continue forward and don't look back, accept this new you and run with it. The lesson, so that's kind of like the moral of the story. And the lesson for you, Virgo, is in divine timing, the realization will surface that everything happens for a reason. And that without each trial, you wouldn't be who you are today. Relish in your unique nature. And so that's pretty awesome right there. What I do also, Virgo, is I write a poem. At least I have been for this spread of readings that I've got for all the 12 zodiacs. And your poem is titled Who I Know. I am finally feeling the undeniable sense of spirit. In the past, I recall avoiding it whenever I got near it. I am surprised at how far I've really come to see all of my blessings and know where they're from. For so long, I held tightly to burdens of my past. I truly didn't know how much longer I could last. I remember now how low I carried a vibration. Oh, that stagnation holds no relation to my new elevation. I believe that all things are deserving of a second look, and that not all things are scripture out of a book. I know that I can walk with nature to get grounded, and in that walk, the spirit leaves me astounded. I am without words at how much my life has changed. I decided that it was not me to feel so estranged. Without delay, I made my way to my knees to pray. My intentions were set, eyes were wet, and I was shown the way. Every now and again, I know that troubles will show, and troubles will have no go, for I can show them who I know. For I know that I am supported on the left side and right, for I am enlightened throughout the day as well as by night. And then right after that, we have your cards. So let's get into your cards and see what we got going on for you, Virgo. See if we can get some of these. I've noticed this heavy feeling. I've got some personal things that probably bring some weight on my chest, but I think this is a kind of this feeling I'm feeling is kind of a collective feeling. So you're not alone. You're feeling heavy at this time. Heavy in weird ways, though. It's a really awkward feeling that I'm feeling too. It's like this feeling of of so much love and not letting go, but at the same time finding peace and letting go and letting yourself heal all the way, but also to see your life from a different perspective, and to take on the lessons of that cycle that you just had completed and to start brand new, Virgo. That's the kind of the feeling that I'm getting here for you, but we'll see what the cards have to say. An overall theme here, we're going to draw a card here for an overall theme, Spirit. Please show us an overall theme for this reading, Spirit. Show us an overall theme for this reading for Virgo, Spirit. Too many. There was 3, but wasn't right. Show me the cards for overall theme right there. So 3 cards came again. I'm just kind of digressing the feelings I'm getting here. So Spirit's telling me that whatever question that you're having in mind right here, it's pretty blatant right here. It's a no. I mean, and this could be a good thing though for you. It depends on where you're going with this as well. But I can just see that there was a lot put on the line here, a lot that you sacrificed of yourself to a certain situation, or to a certain person, or to a workplace, or a friend, whatever it may be. You've put a lot of yourself on the line, and what it is can I keep doing this? Can I keep sacrificing of myself and of my security and of my peace and of your own well-being, of your self-worth? Can I keep putting more into a situation and gain anything that I would in my mind expect, for giving so much of myself, and kind of being confused at who to look up to. And it's like, you're the angel here. You're the angel here. And of course you gave up of yourself. And of course you see things written written right in front of you, scrolled out. You had this idea or this ideation of a life that was supposed to be lived, and you can see it kind of crumbled in her hands. And it's kind of like, well, that wasn't supposed to be like that, you know. And it's kind of that energy of just like not wanting to see the rest of what was written without that in your life. And so I Virgo, this is a I feel the energy because I'm totally with you on that, but knowing also that you're an angel, so you know that you give of yourself because that's what you feel the right thing is to do, and to give of yourself, but not expecting anything in return. But that's the thing, is not expecting anything in return. Eventually, will get you into this turn your back on a situation and walk away from it, you know, and with this hurt and anguish too, you know, and I'm seeing the blue as a reflection of not knowing what to say, you know, this blue, you know, so that's why you turn your back, but you want to say something, you just really can't say anything, but it's a no. You don't really need to say anything. It's just these next cards will kind of be guiding us in that direction too. That you don't need to say anything, but develop stronger concentration. A lot of the exercise that is it's this cycle coming to a close, but this concentration on what your life's going to be like coming out of this, and how much different you're going to be coming out of this. And so focus on communicating to yourself, and that's pretty much what concentration is. If you really think about stuff and you concentrate, you are focusing in, but you're also self-coaching yourself, and it's like focusing in on what it is that you're going to do and how you're going to do it. But it's like it's really a powerful card for deep manifestation. And I don't think anything really happens unless you actually go through this kind of period in your life where you have to just do for you, you know, and do what you can, and even though you're hurting, to move forward and not to pause still and to wait for anyone. I mean, if a cycle closes, that means that you've made room for a new one to begin. You know, in some way, I feel like there's been this like feeling of detachment that's been on the horizon anyways, and you've kind of emotionally and passionately like detached from this person, place, or thing or circumstance. And it's like you've thrown in the towel, you've thrown your hands in. You're just kind of finding peace too, and it's like concentrating in meditation. This is the ways that you can be probably getting through this, but prayer comes into mind, and I just see fire on the third eye. So it's like it's hurting you to see what it is that you're seeing, but you've been ascended, and so being able to see through your third eye, but do so with this fire about it, because it's burning you up, it's eating you alive. But this is part of the process here, and this is great for you because you're about to bring in your happiness. And you know, in the past you may have failed, and this card, it says to simulate life experience. Yeah, you may have failed, and you may have went through cycles throughout your life. No matter how old you are, you've gone through cycles, and so these cycles you may have been clowned on. You may have been, you know, people prodding you along, and you felt like out of place. You felt like you were being pushed in a direction that wasn't really a sense of your own direction. And so that's what I'm seeing here, Virgo, is just like these repeated cycles, but like feeling like it's not even worth the attempt, you know. But just know, the other card said it was no. But so just know that the more that you're being pushed forward, the more you're being inspired to look at things from a different perspective, from a different angle. And so here we go. Let's get into this reading a little bit deeper here. And so this is the overall theme. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to flip some cards for the past, present, and future, to kind of go with this overall theme of really just starting over and trusting in your intuition, but also trusting in yourself to the point you're in meditation. You find yourself in meditation and really focusing and concentrating your energy towards this brand new start and towards your goals and the things that you have working for you. So as I talk to you, I shuffle a little bit, but we're going to go ahead and ask Spirit, in the past position, what cards might flop out here, Spirit, for Virgo in regards to this rebirth or new beginning, or just a new way of looking at life from a different perspective. It's some of the same cast, but some of the cast members maybe not joining you in this new beginning. But Spirit, show us. All right. Yeah, and this is the staff right here, and you know your cast and crew, you know, your staff, you know, the people that are around you is what I'm getting here, you know, and happen to ascend, to see from a higher perspective is what I'm feeling for you, Virgo, and to kind of be a leader in this, you know, and this giraffe here has got antlers, and so you might be matriarch, patriarch of your family, but you also just might hold this motherhood, fatherhood place in your life. And 51, if that stands out for any reason, 51, but 5 and 1 is 6, is pointing towards like your family and nostalgic energy, but also keeping the group together and stable, and so equal give and take also. But right here you're standing alone, and it's kind of like maybe going through these overall energy here that I'm feeling for you. Maybe you feel like you're suffering alone, and that you're alone in this position, and you're seeing everything for what it's to be seen, but you're standing there alone and seeing it. And so just know though that the staff and that I'm collecting from this energy is also that you like your crew, like your family, and so you'll be supported by your family, with it being number 6 here as well, and also the lovers. And so the support could be from loved ones, and even it could even be a romantic partner. So maybe you're having to cut ties with a group of friends, but your romantic partner and you have decided to do that, and so it's like you're the support of him or her, you know. And so having faith in that and the choice that you're making in doing so, it's you're definitely not alone. You have a staff. You have a staff of angels as well, and guardian angels and archangels, and just concords of angels that are around you at all times, but you may not see them. Although you have this third eye, you just view things as it really is, and you don't sugarcoat things, and you don't embellish anything. You see it for how it is, and it can put you in a place of feeling alone. And so Virgo, just know you're not alone, that you have your entire territory around you that is encompassed with angels, that is leading and guiding you at this time. So yeah, just be in tune to like I just showed you the number 6 on there coming out of 51, if any of those numbers make any sense to you. But Virgo, it's being grounded, and it's being what your sign exemplifies, you know, and it's standing true to who you are, standing tall in your faith, but standing tall in whose lives that you're changing by the example that you're being at this time. So yeah, and that's it. You got spiritual guidance here. You got the crow and the moon, and it's like showing you things that are unknown to you. And it's you see right here as well, you got a pendant around the neck, but you got this seashell right here, and it's kind of like the seashell would be where the heart is, I would say, but the pendant would be more heart for me, just you know, in relation to the human body. But and then right here, kind of the throat chakra. I just see that you have the wisdom to help people through a difficult time. You have the wisdom and you have the empathy to feel emotions around you, but you have spiritual guidance to you know, take people in and be a shoulder to cry on, somebody to talk to, somebody to vent to. And I'm sure you've been this throughout your life, and so it's like this is in similitude to the things that are unknown, this moon in the background. And yeah, well, and I see the planet Earth, so that might not even be the moon. It looks like actually the sun. You can see the planets coming around, and it's like your happiness. Your happiness is seeing other people happy. As you can see, looking around, seeing that all the planets are enlightened, and kind of just watching over your family, or watching over the people that you love that are close to you. And so it really is hard to so to speak, in the energy that I'm feeling, is to break away from people that you hold dear to your heart, and knowing that you need to do so for your own growth and your progression. And so right here you also have this card here. It's the owl, and the owl. So you got the owl and the crow. So by day and by night, by day and by night. So this is by day, by night. This is the moon, and so it's really fascinating to see this too, and the two birds together. And so it's comforting to know that you have someone always there with you. You're not ever alone, like you may seem that you are. You have spirits always with you and always willing to hear you vent when you need to vent, and to hear your troubles, but to give you inspiration on how to move forward. That's what it's all about. So that's the past position, and I also have right here the Andean cross that was flopped out as well. This right here, you know, it's everything symmetrical in the number 2, if that stands out to you, as well as 39 and 13 on these two other cards. But yeah, number two is duality, and understanding that that's I mean, a pyramid on one side, but it can be a mirage as well of water here, and it could be right here just like a pyramid. Aztec, I'm getting this Aztec feeling about it, but nonetheless it's and divine timing is also what I'm getting around this too, as well as being a wheel in the center there, or a bridge, you know, a bridge between you and your connection with the spirit. And also it's part of your purpose and part of your character to blaze a new path, to dare to be different, to be a good example in that nature, and to, yeah, I mean, just have that purpose inside of you to be the best you can be to everyone. And that's a really beautiful energy, and I know Virgos with this energy, and it's really cool to see that, to bolster people up with love, you know. And it comes from a really grounded place, and it's really awesome to see this card as well in this past position. So it's like you may have felt like you're going through things alone in the past, but you're moving past that. You're bridging into this present moment and being more present, and not have the stresses of the past, which brings on depression, and not having worries of the future, which brings on your anxiety. So pretty fascinating cards to have there as well. There, Virgo, in the past. So it's like, yeah, it's like maybe you were expecting something like this, and you were able to allow yourself to detach in a way that it wouldn't, I guess, it's always going to hurt, but to kind of prepare, you know, for the events to come in the near future here. But here's the present moment. Spirit, show us in the present moment for Virgo, and in regards to this overall theme that we have going here, as well as the past position, having spirits, not feeling alone. Show us for Virgo. All right. So what we have here is magic. You know, allow yourself to feel the magic here in the air. I mean, that's part of that feeling. It's like this good feeling that you could break into tears, you know, and it's like that feeling. But there's a lot of joy in that feeling, but there's also a lot of fear as well. So the tears might just mesh back and forth between joy and fear. Kind of a weird thing. I don't know what made me say that, but yeah, and you can see like the eyes here, they're puffy, you know, and it's like, and they may not be, but that's how I'm viewing it, and this energy is as the puffy eyes. But then this smile here as well, you know, and I can also see right there with the planetary system in the background, you know, and also the master builder number right there, 33. So it's a master number as well in numerology. So it's really this creative energy, this teamwork, this. Yeah, again, going with the number 6, 3 and 3 is 6, right? Breaking it down even further. So it's just this togetherness and this teamwork and this effort, and although heavy eyes right here, but just a smile and being this this source of hope and a beacon of strength, a pillar of strength is what I meant to say. But right here we have the smoky mirror. Being able to bring yourself in this meditative state, in this present moment, going through whatever it is that you're going through, to know and understand that you're going to be in a lot better place, and to be able to see clearly through all the smoke and the haze that's in the mirror that's distorting your third eye. And that's why it's so frustrating, the distortion with your third eye right here in this card. all that distortion and confusion going on, and that fire and blaze. And you can see the enlightenment comes from a lot of pain, but the enlightenment being necessary. You know, this place where the overall theme of saying no, and going by the words no. And so the smoky mirror is eliminating all that smoke around the mirror so you can see clearly. And so that's that card. But we also have this beauty way, and focusing in on this pain, but seeing the beauty in all of this pain, you know, and focusing on the magical moments, you know, that took place, and this Kodak picture here, the dragonfly right above it, you know. But the number 4, also a number in numerology for stability, and for sturdy and firm, you know, and the beauty way. So it's like this new path that's being blazed for you, and showing you the way, and being able to trust the spirit, trust your purpose, and trust your ability to smile even though it's chaotic, and to press forward and to move forward, and to concentrate, you know, again, end the cycle and begin anew, you know, with a new passion in your heart, allowing that to take place, and not letting this fear of being prodded or pushed in a direction that you don't want to go, that you feel out of place, even as a character with a mask on. So you're having to stand tall in who you are, you know, in this past position, and fighting through all of that chaos that might have been for you, and to stand up for people, and to all of that, you know, and to stand tall, but stand also alone, and don't be afraid to stand alone. You have this staff that's around you, constantly around you, and it's day and night. And then, so in the future, or the outcome position, let's flip a few cards for that as well. Yeah, let's be continuous with the deck right here, and see what else comes out with this deck. This is a really awesome deck. I love it. And we got in the future outcome position for you, Virgo. Came out in 2 cards this time, but yeah, and another bird comes into play. I mean, and the number 9. So number 9 coming from the 6 and the 3, 63. It might be your age, but anyways, 6 and 3 is 9, and that's coming to an end of a cycle, and it's showing here as well, and going with the winds of change. You know, the wind is being the title here, but being at peace with yourself, and to see how the pain had transformed you into a bright new future, and being on this path. You're on this path. You let the wind or the spirit carry you into this path. And a poem comes to mind too, as well as the footprints. You know, the poem about Jesus, and having the narrator of the poem on his back, and coming to that realization that there was one set of footprints rather than 2, and asking where he went, but he carried him. So I mean, you know the poem, but yeah, that's the poem I'm getting that comes to mind. But I see also this falcon, so there's this other bird that I had mentioned, and so it's different spirit members of your spirit team stepping in when you need them the most. It kind of reminds me of Scrooge, you know, a little bit. You know, the ghosts of Scrooge came and visited him in each one. So kind of that feeling, but I get a more positive feeling, you know, than Scrooge, and a lot less hard lessons. But I'm still getting that feeling of the right one steps in when you ask for the help, and they specialize in that kind of help. So you know which spirits to call upon for this kind of help, Virgo. And so don't be afraid to do so. And go with the winds of change, you know, the seasons, you know, and kind of just blow through this, because it's not going to be forever. You're going to have to feel like this, that the happiness is always right around the corner. It's when you decide to let go and accept it, and be in this space of gratitude, but also in this space of reception, so you can receive it, you know, learning to let go, sacrifice. And the other card here was the Rainmaker, and the number was 42, and again another 6, so 666. Now don't think that that's a devil number at all, okay? And so it can even be 66 or 6, but 6, like I said before in the previous 2 6s that we had here, it's about stability. It's more about nostalgia, and bringing and keeping the family together. And so that's the focus here. And the Rainmaker is to allow yourself to feel the feelings and emotions that you're feeling. And you know, you see right here, you know, another planetary object above her head, but it's doing it so with whisk and easily, but with determination to press forward and to dance through life, and to have a different perspective, that you're able to have this spirit of dance, a rain dance, you know, in a sense here as well, just on the card, but to angelically move through your life as an ascended soul and as a enlightened being, Virgo. So really cool there, and I like that a lot. And so right there we've got kind of the layout there for that, the past, present, and future, but we're going to break down a little bit more in the past in this feeling alone. So we're going to use the tarot here, and it's the this deck here, Darkwood Tarot. And so I'm going to shuffle it one time, and I'm going to let them rip here. And we got, for the past position, using the tarot spirit, show us the energies of being alone and feeling alone. So it was like right here I got the Page of Pentacles as well as the Page of Wands. And so it was like these stumbling blocks that got in your way by having kind of entry-level or naive approach to your spiritual awakening and to your spirit. And so the Page of Wands is also this one right here. Page of Wands is more about your passions and more about things that are consumable by your fire, you know, so like worldly things like that and that of that nature. But also we have the ability to be interested enough and to see the light in others, but to know how you have an effect on that, how you've you know, you cheer somebody up and you see the results of it pretty quick, right? And so it's like this entry level of being authentically yourself, in a sense that it's awakened. And we go through several awakenings throughout our lives, but this sense that you can have make a difference or be an influence on someone else with your energy here. And so the next card is this Page of Pentacles, maybe obstacles of such, and I don't know why I'm saying obstacle, but the obstacles of finances, of money, of your current ways of bringing in income, and having your financials in order, and so that you can take care of yourself, and so you can venture into new ideas, venture into new paths, but be inspired to do so by the means of money. And that's why I say obstacle, because money can be an obstacle, you know. And this is in the past position of feeling alone, and that's kind of what these pages are. It's like you were meant to feel like this, so that you would awaken, so that you would ascend, and so that you could recognize all the things that mattered in your life. And it was matter of fact the little things, and things not of passion or pleasure or selfish ways of thinking or anything like that, but that was the test and lesson that you were going through. And money was actually a part of that, and your stability with money. And so a lot of things you had to do because you felt like you had to, and it was meant to be that way, to do alone or feel alone, so that you could again ascend. And so here we go. We're going to go right into the present moment with this energy as well. Let's see what the tarot has to say about your magic and walking the beauty way, the path that's for you. And yes, a death card I pulled for you, Virgo, and it's in the upright, and this is exactly the energy that I was feeling, is the death. So and this is an internal thing. This could be somebody near you. This could be and I don't necessarily want to scare you or anything like that, but more or less prepare you, because we all are going to go, and it could be at any given time. So don't take what I'm saying as scripture or anything like that. I would hate for you to do that. I'm just saying what the cards and the energy that I'm feeling is of that nature, you know. But you have in the past prepared yourself, because you spent time alone, you've gone within, and you have an understanding of what death really is, and so it's not as scary for you. And so to receive that card alone by itself right now in the present moment is pretty much is all I need, because of the energy that I feel so strongly, and how it's putting you on your path and in your purpose, and bringing you the stability and mental clarity as well. And so yeah, I mean, Spirit, if there's another card in this position, let it be shown now. Spirit, one more card in this position. Yeah, and that's the energy I was feeling too. And it's this death is pretty much well described in the entire energy of the reading, Virgo. And so in the future position, the outcome. I mean, to go on this rainmaker and being able to do things on a whisk and with so much determination and strength and spiritual strength that it's going to be okay. Give it some time, it'll be okay. Go with the winds of the change, and you can see the smile. You can see the other bird coming in, stepping in, and being part of your blessings in that future outcome position right there in those cards. Right, I'm going to give a shuffle here. We're going to ask Spirit in this final position here. What is the outcome using this tarot? Going with the flow. Going with the flow. Going with the wind. Spirit, can you get some cards here? There they are. Two. It comes to the floor, it comes to your door. That's heard it said several times, and so I'll repeat it. I believe it. And so the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is being ready for this, and being ready to take on whatever it is that you need to take on. This experience makes you strong. This experience makes you stand in your power. But it's also this in the cave. You can see this is pretty much this same here, right here. This passion, this pinnacle, this person that learned on their own to go for what they believe in and to enlighten others with their spirit. But then also right here, being able to go into a quiet place, into a place of solitude, and to know what's coming, and to have that as an expectation, but also being ready for it and know that you can meet it halfway, and that you can, be prepared. So this is another preparedness card in the future position. We also had another card that came down, and it was the Six of Swords, and it's kind of like cutting your losses and taking yourself into a different place, into a different realm, into a different new way of living or looking at things in a new direction. And it's knowing the direction that you're going. And this is it right here. And it's taking your passion, your desire, and this red dress keeps popping up right here for you. And I believe that's your energy right there. In this past, present, and future position, this Page of Wands, this being able to touch people's lives, and you're going to see the togetherness and see the enlightenment around you as you're entered in this cave, and to heal over this, but having support is in doing so. But then also afterward, taking this Six of Swords and going your own way. And you can see this little girl in the background saying, "No, wait, no." So it's like, leaving something or your old self, or what you view your life to have been in yesterday, into tomorrow, going completely in a different direction, so that you can heal and you can chase what it is that's going to be your new beginning. And so be writing these things down, be dreaming, be writing and documenting your dreams as well. It's very important that you do that, and see if any of those words kind of stand out to you. And at the end of the reading, I just did keywords for you at the beginning of this video, but at the end we'll go through this dictionary of dreams, and we'll dissect those words, and I'll go over those words again one more time. But let's get a kind of a nail in the coffin into the present moment in regards to the death card being here. And so what's going to transition you into this? What's going to be the best modes or methods of going about this? And I'm going to use this deck here, and this deck is getting into the vortex right here. And so it's got a pretty good answer here. It's kind of like the nail in the coffin, the last card on this reading. And I'm sorry your reading isn't is kind of a hard energy, but I've been feeling it, and I think this is where it lands. Death of a cycle, to begin anew and have a new beginning, a new outlook, and you can see in there the cave being part of this reading as well, like the hermit. But you've been here before. You've been alone before. At least you felt that way, but you never are alone. So Spirit, show us in this present moment. Ooh, that one really wanted out there, and that was really awesome. So it went into the future too. So it said fast into the future. That card just shot out of there like a cannon. So it says, Our opinions about our children can influence their behavior. So this is yeah. Our opinions about our children can influence their behavior. So it's like nurturing your children, but what it is that you say about them, whether it be positive or negative, it influences their behavior, you know, and they have that strong connection to you as a parent, and to have a damage there, or not feel loved, or not feel worthy, or not feel as part of your life, or as part of your priorities of influence, but priorities of care and aid. You know, we're always going to be children of our parents so long as they're alive, and so being a parent is a full-time job, and full life as well. So it says on the back of the card here, it says, the more you see things in your child that you do not want to see, the more of that you will see. And so the behavior that you elicit from your child is more about you than it is about your child. This is actually true of all of your relationships. But since you think about your child more than you do of most others, your opinion about your child plays a greater role in his or her behavior. And so that's really a powerful card. And so I'm getting, maybe the reading is about a child, and maybe a death of a child, or how you view this, or how this has come to be, is all about your perspective, and knowing that you're a parent always, and that your opinion about them really matters, and it matters to them, and it reflects in their behavior, but their behavior also reflects the things inside of you that you need to pay ad hominem to do the inner work, and to heal that, and heal your children as well, just by your change of perception, but also your change of direction. Well, that's really awesome. I like that. And if there's any more, actually, the Spirit says that's it right there. And the number on that is 49. If that has anything to do with anything, and it breaks down to 13, lucky number 13, born on the 13th, whatever it is. But then you got 13 breaking down once again into a 4. And so 4, stability. Now this is the secret to your stability, is this, with your children and your family and beyond. And so let's go right into the stones here, and the stones that you can carry with you. 2 of them just flopped right out real quick. So this is like you're in search of something right now, and what could be something that I can tangibly touch or hold, that I can bring peace to my mind, but also to my soul. And the cards that came out were Cinnabar, and this isn't the first time that Cinnabar's come out in the readings, but we'll go into what that is. And then also we got Amazonite, like this, and that's the colors of blue, and it's the colors of your third eye and your throat chakra. So it's like being able to speak what it is that you can see and view as it is, you know, seeing things as they truly are, but being able to put words behind that. And that's a beautiful thing to be able to do. It's very authentic. And so Cinnabar, I'm gonna show you the card, but also read it. And it says, Cinnabar, manifestation, wealth, and inspiration. Known as the alchemist stone, Cinnabar is a crystal used to enhance metaphysical abilities, call in abundance, and manifest your heart's desire. Cinnabar's name originated from the Persian word meaning dragon's blood, and refers to the tiny red gems sprinkled across the stone. This crystal is powerful in enhancing your life force, giving you the stamina you need to carry out your tasks and go after the things that can feel larger than life. Cinnabar grounds and encourages you while you reach beyond what you believed was possible. So like this unsurmountable pain, and this root chakra, you know, that's your family, but also you got that fiery passion color as well. And it's also in the spirit of Leo, but it's also governed by the planet of Mercury. So yeah, closest to the sun there as well. But right here, Amazonite is objectivity, filter, and truth. It says filtering vibrations is what Amazonite does best. From electromagnetic pollution, your thoughts, and environmental influences. So if you are prone to environmental sensitivity, Amazonite has your back. This is a great way to cleanse yourself from technology. If you need a break from your devices, Amazonite encourages discernment, allows you to be unbiased in your decision making. Objectivity leads the way, offering clarity on which choices are best for you. Detach from the outside in order to connect to the inside. So that's exactly it. And it's like, you've done this before. You can do this. And a lot of the healing is done on your own. And being able to have these stones and on your person, and knowing the purpose behind them, and holding them with you and having that energy with you to help you through this is a very powerful tool to use. I mean, earth magic. That's what stones are, and specific stones in regards to healing for sure. So I hope those stones help you, and I pray for you, and I feel this heaviness about you, and I'm sorry about that. It's like on the verge of like this like breaking down and crying, but also in this joyful realization into that pain, and to be able to smile with the puffy eyes. And so let's get into your words here. And we have bells as being the first word we're going to look up for you here, Virgo. Bells. You're dreaming about bells. What does it mean? What does it mean in the 3D? How can we pull some of this energy for from our 5D to our 3D conscience? So bell. I just thought I seen it right here. To hear bells tolling in your dreams, and intelligence of wrong will worry you. So Liberty bells indicate a joyous victory over an opponent. So if you're dreaming about that, that's what the bells mean. And then snow, right here, is snow. And snow. That is snow. Sorry about that. Getting there. Alright, to see snow in your dreams denotes that while you have no real misfortune, there will be the appearance of illness and unsatisfactory enterprises. To find yourself in a snowstorm denotes sorrow and disappointment and failure to enjoy some long-expected pleasure. There always follows more or less discouragement after this dream. If you eat snow, you will fail to realize ideals. To see dirty snow foretells that your pride will be humbled, and you will seek reconciliation with some person whom you held in haughty contempt. To see it melt, your fears will turn into joy. To see large white snowflakes falling while looking through a window foretells that you will have an angry interview with your sweetheart, and the estrangement will be aggravated by financial depression. To see snow-capped mountains in the distance warns you that your longings and ambitions will bring no worthy advancement. To see the sun shining through the landscapes of snow foretells that you will conquer adverse fortune and possess yourself of power. To dream of snowballing denotes that you will have to struggle with dishonorable issues, and if your judgment is not well grounded, you will suffer defeat. If snowbound or lost, there will be constant waves of ill luck breaking in upon you. All right, that's snow for you there, Virgo. And we're going to do 4 more here. We got velvet. Let's see what velvet has to say about your dreams and what it means in the 3D world. Velvet. Here we go. Velvet. To dream of velvet portends very successful enterprises. If you wear it, some distinction will be conferred upon you. To see old velvet means your prosperity will suffer from your extreme pride. To dream that you are clothed in velvet garments denotes that you will have honors bestowed upon you and the choice between several wealthy lovers. Wow. Bring on the velvet. All right, and crab. We have crab here. Crab. As soon as I get there, a lot of C's in here. Crab. There it is. To dream of crabs indicates that you will have many complicated affairs, for the solving of which you will be forced to exert the soundest judgment. This dream portends to lovers a long and difficult courtship. Hence, crabby. All right, and then we got apple. And we got apple. This is a very good dream to the majority of people. And then to see red apples on trees with green foliage is exceedingly propitious to the dreamer. Propitious to the dreamer. All right. And then we got fence. This will be the last one, and we'll close out this reading. And I appreciate your time and hearing, if you're listening still, being such a hard energy, but it's something that's going to help you grow for sure. And so, fence. Fence, right here, fence. To dream of climbing to the top of a fence denotes the success will crown your efforts. It says, to fall from a fence signifies that you will undertake a project for which you are incapable and you will see your efforts come to naught. To be seated on a fence with others and have it fall under you denotes an accident in which some person will be badly injured. To dream that you climb through a fence signifies that you will use means not altogether legitimate to reach your desires. To throw the fence down and walk into the other side indicates that you will, by enterprise and energy, overcome the stubborn barriers between you and success. To see livestock jumping a fence, if into your enclosure, you will receive aid from unexpected sources. If out of your lot, loss in trade and other affairs may follow. To dream of building a fence denotes that you are, by economy and industry, laying a foundation for future wealth. That's the ticket. Awesome. So Virgo, I appreciate your time, and again for your thumbs up and for your subscribes. And namaste. See you next time.